Today's video, we have a 2007 Honda Civic LX model, which these generations are the same from 2006 to 2011 for the R18 engine, the 1.8 liter. And on today's video, we are replacing a return line for the power steering fluid that started rusting and leaking out on us. So this is the replacement line, as you can see right over here. As a precaution, I'm also gonna spray paint this pipe. Not sure exactly what material it is made out of, so the extra layer of paint will give it a little bit extra protection for the years to come. As you can see, the entire subframe of my car is leaking right over here. You can see oil just waiting to drip off, and you can see it's already dripping. It's been dripping, and it's pretty bad leak. This is the line right over here, and it looks like right over here by this connection where it's sitting in this mount, that's probably where the crack is. And right over here you could tell it's a little bit rusted as well. So the connections are quite simple. You got one connection right over here to the hose, and you got another hose right over here. So we're gonna undo those two clips, undo this little bracket, take the hose off, drain the fluid, and we'll replace it with the new pipe. So this is the return, low pressure, and that goes up all the way and goes into the reservoir. So using a 10 mil, you're just gonna undo these bolts and push these clips off. So pretty much now at this point, you just need to squeeze these. They're pretty loose already, but you can squeeze them and move them out of the way. I took care of this clip as well. And right over here on the inside, right in front of that hose, is a 10 mil. You just got to get to that, and at this point everything here is loose. So I'm gonna disconnect this one, drain remainder fluid into a clean container, and once it drains out, we're gonna disconnect this line and replace it with a new one. All right, there you can see the old line right over here, and this is where most of that corrosion was happening. I just moved the little bushing that was right over here, so it was leaking from here, and you can see there's a lot of rust right there as well. So comparing them both side to side, looks like an identical part number, which is great. At the same time, since the fluid was drained, I did just remove the reservoir. Very simple. You just take off this hose and this hose right over here, slip them off. You can actually see the dirt inside. So we're just gonna go through, wash this out, and then we'll throw in the new pipe, use the same connections, refill it with fluid, new fluid, and this should be good to go. We definitely have to wash the underbody of the car with a pressure washer because that fluid was everywhere inside and under the vehicle. Got the reservoir all cleaned up. Just finished painting the new pipe. Keep in mind, this new pipe, you can almost actually see a little bit of corrosion inside the new pipe. I'm not sure how well the camera is gonna pick it up, but right in there's some corrosion already in the pipe wall, which clearly we can't do much about. But yeah, just painting it will give you much better results, and hopefully it just lasts that much longer. Let's go ahead and install it.
So after we retightened it with multiple clamps on the ends over here, we were able to seal this line over here. I would highly suggest getting the OEM line, and when you get the new line, highly suggest replacing this hose right over here, this portion of the hose, and I suggest replacing this portion of the hose because they're so brittle and old and dry rotted. They don't even retain a lot of the tension on the hose, on the pipe itself, and that's partially half that problem. So do it all in once, get the OEM part, don't get just the replica, because you're just going to be dealing with more problems. And even once I installed the new one, I would still get some leaks here until I finally clamped everything off nice and tight. Now we're good. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Share, subscribe, like. See you on the next one.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the